Happy Tuesday. While the Mariners rest up this week, their opponents battle today in Game 1 of the Wild Card Playoffs. Detroit took a step closer to facing Seattle in the ALDS Saturday with a 2-1 win over Cleveland. Tigers can wrap up that best-of-3 series tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock on ESPN. Other Game 1s today featuring San Diego at Chicago earlier. Boston's in New York. Dodgers hosting the Reds tonight. That's on ESPN. Root Sports Northwest broadcast its last Mariner game Sunday as the team announced it would shut the cable channel down at the end of the year. Root had carried Mariner baseball since 2010, and it was a teary farewell following Sunday's game.
It is truly a season for the ages, and in my book, it is enough for the MVP. Here's something else that I can say without a doubt. This week has been a very difficult week for the Root Sports family, but you wouldn't have known it because of the professionalism of my colleagues who celebrated alongside you while our hearts were breaking. You guys are the best. To you at home, thank you so much. Brad and Angie, I'm not even worried about ugly crying on TV because there's nobody back at the studio to cut a blooper reel. So I feel pretty safe in this. I love you, Brad and Angie. I have loved every minute. This is my final broadcast with this group. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jen, it's an honor to work
Jen.
beside you. It really is. So this is, as Jen said, a really difficult week. But at the
But
same
not
time,
getting high for good. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She's just incredible. Like, nobody works harder than Jen. An incredible professional. I would also like to say, John Bradford, thank you so much for everything you've done for not only my career, but just so many other people's career,
All of
no
ours
doubt about
at
it.
Root.
Yeah, making me uncomfortable.
And stop playing golf at 6:30 in the morning. We play more golf together. We're not going to get up at 6:30 and play.
So
Stop
if you want to play, 11.
Stop
okay?
it.
A reasonable
11-ish.
hour, Sean. Okay?
Yeah.
But just making people feel uncomfortable, pushing them to their edges, making them better. That's what he always did. Bill Kruger, he has just been so incredible throughout the years. Dave Valley. Nick, who has been my photographer, behind the camera for so many years at the Ford Sports desk. Spent more time with him than my family and you, Brad.
Yeah.
I mean, Brad, I met Brad before I met my husband, before I had the kids.
Yeah.
And so this is an honor having this last show with you, my friend.
Appreciate you, of course. I echo all that Angie said. And, we have a statement. I'm going to try to read. You might have to.
Okay. I'll start.
Please.
Okay. Today, folks, it ends an era for Root Sports televising Mariners baseball. We know that change started this season behind the scenes and takes over next year. We want to thank everyone who worked on these broadcasts through the years and those at our office who contributed behind the scenes to support them and make them a success.
Yeah, the broadcast is going to be in good hands next year, carrying on the Root Sports legacy. We thank you, the fans, so much for watching over the years. Here's a look back at a memorable season that we hope ends with a World Series.
Word has it that Angie Mentink, Brad Adam, and Ryan Roland Smith will continue on the broadcast under the MLB direction as either Mariner employees or contract workers. Jen Mueller will not be returning, but staying in the Northwest, focusing on her work with the Seahawks and continuing her business with speaking engagements. Well, the Seahawks, speaking of, are preparing to host Tampa Bay Sunday at Lumen Field. Seattle has had a mini bye this week after playing last Thursday against Arizona. Coach Mike McDonald says it's given he and his staff a chance to self-scout.
I think we're in a cool spot because we figured out a way to win games, and we also feel like we have a lot of room for growth, and I think the guys feel the same way. So there's urgency there to go keep attacking, keep figuring out ways to get better, improve on the things and the mentality that we have throughout games, and it's exciting. It's exciting to have room for growth and also have some, wins in the win column.
Seattle and Tampa Bay are supposed to kick off at 1:05 on Sunday on CBS. The game time might be moved, however, to accommodate traffic with a Mariner playoff game happening next door at T-Mobile Park. Air quality is much better across north central Washington today and should allow outdoor sports to occur. Chelan is hosting Bridgeport in prep girls soccer. Lake Roosevelt's traveling to Okanagan. Brewster's hosting Oroville. Manson visits Tonasket. Cascade hosts Pateros. The night games have Liberty Bell at Omak. Quincy's hosting Ephrata. Moses Lake is on the road at Eisenhower. 13 volleyball matches dot the calendar today. Oroville is hosting Cascade Christian. Pateros visits Wilson Creek. Wenatchee's hosting Eastmont. We'll have more on that in a moment. Moses Lake welcomes Eisenhower. Quincy plays at Grandview. Ephrata's in East Valley. Cascade hosts Chelan. Omak's at Lake Roosevelt. Okanagan hosts Brewster. Tonasket takes on Colville. And Bridgeport visits Manson. Soap Lake plays at Moses Lake Christian, while Waterville Mansfield is at Antioch. NCWLIFE Channel will feature Big 9 volleyball with a live broadcast tonight. The soccer game between Eastmont and Wenatchee has been moved to tomorrow to allow more fans to attend volleyball tonight. We'll have live coverage beginning at 6:30. Wenatchee High School is the location where the Panthers are hosting the Wildcats. Well, after starting the WHL season with just 2 games in 2 weeks, the pace quickens quite a bit for the Wenatchee Wild this weekend. Wenatchee's set to host Victoria Friday, travel to Tri-City Saturday, and be back home against Penticton on Sunday. Voice of the Wild, Austin Draude, visited with Dan Coots this morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, saying this week's preparation is all about the Wild.
Certainly this week, when you got 3 different teams to prepare for, you got to focus on what you're doing and do your job properly. You talk about Victoria, and it's a team that we know can score. They put up 9 the other night, I think, on Vancouver. So the power play has been really good for Victoria early on. You talk about Tri-City. Xavier Wendt has been really holding down the fort for them in net. And you have to remember they haven't played a home game yet.
That's right.
So they'll get the home crowd behind them on Saturday. And you look at Penticton on Sunday. They get off to a good start. They've got some good scoring with Jacob Kwasnika. They've got Raels, who's an outstanding goaltender, a young goaltender coming up for them. So Penticton, you know Fred Harbinson is going to have his team ready to go. He always does. We've seen that from Penticton for years when we were in the BCHL. And the staff, for the most part, is the same up there. The leadership is the same. So you're going to expect to see the same thing from Penticton as best as they can with the guys that they have in place.
Tickets for Friday and Sunday can be purchased online at WenatcheeWildHockey.com. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.